Hello, Star Wars fans! Hey, do you know there's just 154 days until Christmas 2021? And we've got some great friends here. Star Wars Meg, thank you for joining this morning. You know, today there's supposed to be a big announcement coming out. LRM Online teased something, and also there's been some tweets out there from some of the High Republic folks saying that today was going to be a pretty big day. Charles Soule being one of those, so kind of keep your eye on Charles Soule, LRM Online, and if you haven't already, you should subscribe and get notifications for Star Wars Meg. She typically gets out the best information about this stuff the quickest. And thank you so much for the offer about the intro music. You know, our good friend Darth Elvis is working on a new intro for Santa. He's writing, and he's going to perform a new piece for us. So I'm very much looking forward to getting that new intro from Darth Elvis. And of course, we've got some of our regular friends and new friends as well. B. Grissom, hello! First time I think I've seen you here. Thank you for joining us this morning. And Dale Erdman, of course, Dale is here. And Dale, I saw your comment. I'm worried about my predictions. I've already seen some early kind of reaction, just the titles. When I opened up YouTube to get the console open and all this, I saw Star Wars Theories quote already. I saw I've seen where many of you have already kind of responded, and I'm worried. You guys have me worried. I don't know what to fully expect this morning, so we'll see what's going to happen there. And for Cuscuela Lopez, hello, good to see you. And Mark Hamilton, as always, thank you for being here. Abby, another one of our mods, thank you for being here today. Tim, hey, just wanted to stop by and say have fun with the episode. I hope so. Stan, I hope so. It looks like there's some things to be concerned about, but I'm really hoping that it'll be fun. And you know, I saw, Certified Gumbo, we've got Coop in the house. Good to see you, sir. We've got a few things in here that are sort of, we've been doing the predictions. You see, I did get our Hall of Fame down there on the bottom today. It's quite a long list of folks who did very well on their episode predictions from last week. Today, we will be looking at the predictions, and I already see where Dale was like, he's a bit grieving already over his predictions that they didn't do so well. And I already see that our good friend, daggone it, Santa's it's in the morning. I got to pull it up to see. Predicted that the episode would be shorter than last week's. And Rescue and Ryloth, I see her in the thumbnail, 29 minutes. Infested, 29 minutes. So no bonus point for you. No bonus point for you. Levi Bond. Levi had predicted there will be this episode be shorter. So all that being said, I think we've, as Meg says, that's enough jibber jabber. Let's get into the episode, if you will, and then we'll talk about some things later. Meg, when I saw it was called Infested, I was hoping for brainworms. You know, oh no, that's hilarious. We had a few people predict brainworms. That was one thing that some people thought they were getting, and Santa had predicted it was going to be Kamino was going to be infested by the clone uprising. So I'm not. I'm a little bit worried. And there's Mark saying I'm not saying anything. He stayed up late. I saw Mark was already salty about things. So let's get this started. I'll start the timer here. You guys can watch as we get into the episode. As soon as the banner comes up, we'll start the episode. Come on. Okay, here we go. Oh, more caffeine. Oh, Mark. There we go, infested. Ah, Orb Mantell. That was a prediction. You could have predicted Orb Mantell was going to get infested. That was a choice. Oh, they're still working for Sid. Ah. Okay. No, it's not the first time she's left out key details. Oh. Uh-oh. That doesn't look good. That doesn't look good at all. Yeah. No, it might be your problem. I'd be worried. Again, Orb Mantell was an option for... Oh! Are they hired help? Wait. Wait. Where's Sid? Wait. What? Wait. 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 What's going on? Right. Yeah. I'm worried about... Not that Sid's that lovable, but still. Okay, there she is. Roland Durant. Yeah. Abby. Oh. I love Sid. Meg, we have a Google form where we make predictions each week. There's 19 yes and no questions. And you can make your predictions for the episode, and then there's a fill in the blank at the end. So a lot of people are talking about their predictions being wrong because we then we score them. And so, like, you see this wall of fame at the bottom. Those are folks who predicted better than Santa. And then, so everybody's curious: am I gonna make the wall of fame? How well am I gonna do on the predictions? And it looks like people are taking a hit on their predictions. Mining tunnels. See, Meg, you're getting it. That's how Meg would kill us on our predictions, guys. This is how people are getting their bonus point. They put in there the fill in the blank. They put things like we'll see Omega next week. One of my favorites every week is somebody puts in we'll see Hunter without his helmet. Or somebody this week put in, we'll see Hunter's long flowing locks. It's so much fun. Yeah, you can take a look at the prediction form there. It's too late for predictions, by the way, Mark. But yeah. The what? Okay, here we go. Infested. Oh. Oh boy. That was an option. So infested could have been critters, meaning monsters or beasts, those kind of things. That was one option for infested. So it seems like, oh my. Oh, it's open to the sky. Meg, I have a bold prediction, but I don't think you're ready for it. Something's making noise down in there. Ducky, I voted critters in the live stream, but I don't remember on the form. You know, that's the problem, is trying to remember, what did I predict? Oh, how am I going to do this week? Am I going to do well? Mark, I flunked this week too. Mark, you got yours in quite late. I saw like 1 a.m. So yeah, a couple weeks ago you said infested stunk of monster of the week. That was an option, and many people were going for monster of the week into predictions when I looked at it earlier in the week. Oh, hey, a week way. We've seen him quite a few times. Yeah, Abby, I went all in on infesting Camino as well. On oh, there we go. We get some Mantel mix. Oh, we're going to distract the pet. Little armadillo guy. He likes the Mantel mix. Oh. Oh. There we go. The score's picking up. Huh? Abby, I want a plushie of this pet. It's a pretty cute little guy. Nah, Meg. Meg. That's hilarious. See, Meg understands gaming the bonus question. Yes, she gets it already. I think it took Levi like 4 weeks to get it. So, and he still got it wrong today. So, some people are still figuring out the bonus question, but Meg hasn't even played yet, and she gets the bonus question. Oh. Oh, likes belly rubs. Mark has been doing a fantastic job with our emojis, our stickers. Like, Mark is so good. Uh-oh. Better hurry up. They're coming after you. Uh-oh. Now we got noisemakers. We already heard Mark. I predict tomorrow's video, Meg's video, will start with a sprinkle of jibber jabber. Tell that to them. Oh, Santa's going to get his bonus question. I had that the Bad Batch would fire their blasters on either stun or kill setting. So that was my bonus. I'm gonna. Oh. That sound is the hive. So there's been one of our predictions. Oh, the Omega has some enhanced, perception. Meg, I'll send you the link next week. I'll send you the. I'll send you the link to put in your predictions, and. Oh, look there. Yeah, Omega. It's got Meg right in the middle. Yeah, I typically work on a new prediction sheet over the weekend, and sometime Monday I generate the prediction sheet and start posting it out. So I'll send you the link to that. So Critters wins the Infested. Oh, you can't kill these guys. Oh, look. Oh, we got the pikes. Oh. Oh, the pikes are going to withdraw. Sid's going to get her place back. Meg in the middle. That's her spinoff. That's a good one. Yeah, you're in trouble, buddy. You don't mess with the pikes. Unless you're Maul. And even then... Interesting episode. It's a very interesting episode. I've got thoughts. My plan worked like a charm. That's almost like saying I like it when a plan comes together. Oh. That's a true statement. Well, thank you, Meg. We're in a standoff. What's the deal? Wait. Her nicknames. Oh, Rhea Perlman. So good. So, we've talked a lot about this being the Space A-Team, and that before the season started, we kind of set expectations. We would get a Monster of the Week, a Villain of the Week kind of theme to the show, and that it would very much follow the same pattern format as other serials of that type, where the story moves along, but it's done in these little segments that are, monster hero or monster villain or crisis of the week, right? And this episode is falling perfectly into that format. It's a Space A-Team. It's definitely a Space A-Team format. I know it didn't really meet my expectations for going back to Camino and starting the Clone Uprising, but it has fallen into our format mode that we talked about. Yeah. That's a good point too, Meg, about the visuals. See, Ducky, the issue might be that we live in the East Coast. Maybe if we lived in the UK, it wouldn't be as bad either. To be at 8 a.m. instead of 3 a.m. and, it's not so hard on us. Meg, just a little salt in the wound there. Dale is over there on the West Coast then, huh? Yeah. No, Meg, it was quite good. It wasn't that salty. I think it was great. Dale's in Mountain Time. Okay, so not West Coast. He's 2 hours behind Santa, not 3. Oh boy. Mike Porter, hello friend. Good to see you here. Well, now you've made some noise. That can't be a good thing. I love Wrecker. Oh, maybe they didn't hear it. Here they come. But you know, Tech's working on something. Here we go. Yeah, Tech's been working on something. Whoa! Oh, is this going to be like an ion charge? Come on. Give us a nice... There it is! There you go. You got to love it. I'm okay. Here we go. Oh, she's got herself a nice little friend there. Oh, is she going to take the pet? Yeah, take a horn. I thought that's what they were going to do. Oh, they just took a tip of the... Ducky, you caught me. Hey, I do have a post-birthday bad hair day. It's not good. Oh, oh, Ducky calling me out for the bedhead. Oh. It's Interesting. There we go. Oh, what an interesting episode. So I know Mark was a bit testy last night when he saw it. I saw his comments, and I saw Star Wars Theory was a bit testy about it. We've had some folks not exactly thrilled with this episode, but if you go back to the format of the show, being the serial, the monster, the villain, or the crisis of the week, and look at it from that lens, then the A-Team. Go back to this being the Space A-Team, and that's what we have seen repeatedly in the season. then it fits very, very well. Now, from a story arc progression, and from wanting to see the clone uprising, see that progress, we do have that coming. And we do have it coming. It's coming in next week for sure with War Mantle. But as far as what we had this week, we're back to just the 18 format. So was it a filler? Was this a filler episode? And when we talk filler, does it progress the story or the characters in any way? The ones that don't develop the characters, or in many cases, just as an example, filler episodes are like when it's somebody's birthday and they're going back and they're thinking about all these adventures that they had, or maybe it's a Thanksgiving or Christmas kind of thing, and they're going back and thinking on all of the events of the year, and you see snippets from past episodes. Nothing progresses. It's simply like a callback episode. It's not a callback episode. It's not exactly filler. We do see Omega kind of work with this moral ambiguity, working with Sid, right? She likes Sid, but she's finding out Sid may not be all that virtuous. I don't know why she didn't know that already, but it seems like she's coming to the terms that maybe Sid's not all that virtuous. So what's the difference between Sid and this new guy that they didn't like? And then we also see a real nice display of her compassion and empathy. I don't want to be too stereotypical, but again, we kind of talked about it earlier in the week. These clones are really like teenagers. They're man babies. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. They're teenagers in men's bodies. Santa's in his 50s, and Mrs. Claus still has to deal with childish behaviors that come out of her husband. So these things kind of happen. But anyhow, we've got teenage. Let's say they're 15 years old in a 30-year-old body, right? From a maturity standpoint, they're still a 15-year-old. And I don't know how many of you know 15-year-old boys. But 15-year-old boys, there's a reason so many of them get hurt, and they have these YouTube videos where they're doing really stupid things. These clones, they've been trained in tactical awareness. They've been taught military skills. They've gone through a lot of. Training and development, but from an emotional maturity standpoint, they're still a 15-year-old boy, right? Compare that to Meg, not Meg, Omega. Let's compare that to Omega. Omega is maybe 13, 12. Girls, again, this is a bit stereotypical. Girls will mature emotionally faster than boys. And it's very possible that Omega is more mature emotionally than the Bad Batch, right? I was like, what, me? No, I was we just got it's Meg in the middle, right? So you got that in my head. Omega, she is likely more emotionally mature than the Bad Batch. We saw that before too, when we had the whole deal there with oh shoot, saved his brain in the morning. In the last episode, her friend sent out the signal, and they were like, no, it's not worth it. She said, well, I would have done it for you, right? So Omega, her compassion, empathy, all those things are far more developed than they are with the Bad Batch, even though she is a bit younger. So maybe we're seeing some of that. Maybe we're seeing Omega develop. We're seeing more of her personality. We're seeing more of her maturity. We're seeing more of her character there. So, yeah, Hera Syndulla. Right, thanks, Mark. Is this a filler episode? I would say it's the most filler episode that we've had. I would say it's the most filler episode. And I saw a lot of people have ranked this one really low on their 10-point scale. I would think that this episode, Infested, for me, being that it's Space 18, it's the serial format. It fulfilled that really well. Visually stunning. The score was strong still. Not the best score of the season by far. I am gonna rate it lower than I have the others. I think I'm gonna throw it down to about a 6. I think the lowest I had before was a 7. I think I'll throw it down to a 6 only because it's the most fillery, if that's the right term to use, filler-ish episode that we've seen to date. So I am gonna. Mark says it's a dose of filler before the final arc. The final arc should be very exciting, and we do have War Mantle coming up. I think that's something we can look forward to, and it should be very exciting. So we've got my bingo card I've been working on. It's sitting here. I don't think we got any phrases off the bingo card. This is going well. I've got a bad feeling about this, and I love it when a plan comes together. We almost got, I love it when a plan comes together. We got a version of it, but not quite. And we haven't seen any of these other things come to fruition. So let's turn that off because I want to get into our predictions. That's what you're here for. The watch party and then the predictions. You know, how did we do? We need to know who won our predictions game this week. So here are the outcomes. Let's take a look and see how it goes. Camino is overtaken, infested by clone troopers. Not the case. So we had these first 3 questions were our primary guesses for what would be infested. Camino or Mantell with Imperials or Alderaan. All 3 of these were kind of going along the theme of the Empire and its involvement. So Nose, on all 3 of these, Nose get a point, and we can fill these out sort of. Go down the list here. Nose get a point. If you went with yes for any of these, you're hurting already. And the people who went for the critters are gonna do well. So we'll get to that question in just a moment. Let's see. The participation in this is going quite well. But we'll. Oops, gotta undo that one. There we go. We'll do all 3 of these at the same time. And we'll see how we do at the end of the day. You can see a lot of people, a lot of people went no across the board, right? No, no, and no. They were going for the critter of the week. Those are the folks that are going to do well this week on the Wall of Fame. Now, next week with our War Mantle, of course, then we kind of can predict that it's going to take place. With the Empire, is War Mantle going to kick off on Camino, and that'll really be the big question we'll ask next week. So 4, Crosshair will be in the episode. This is where Santa gets a point back because I thought that we would move away from Crosshair, even though. Yes, I will send you the link. Meg, I'm scared to make predictions because the week after is the Day of Judgment. It is the Day of Judgment. And it's so funny because I did this. Jason Ward did it. The first time he did it, he came in last. So we had 25 people, 30 people do the predictions, and Jason Ward came out the very, very bottom, and he put it on his live stream the following day, and he held it up so everybody could see. There in the bottom spot was Jason Ward. So there is that risk. You do have the risk of coming up on the bottom. But I think you'll do quite well because you already understand the bonus point. It's quite good. I did not think Crosshair would be in this episode, even if it went the way of having the clone uprising. I just felt like we were going to move away from Crosshair and Rampart and all of that kind of thing. So you can see these next three questions. I have no across the board there because I didn't think we were going to necessarily see the Empire as much. I thought we were going to focus on clones, and if we were going to see the clone uprising, we were going to see how clones were kind of clearing their heads of the inhibitor chip. Perhaps we would be seeing Hauser's message get out to more people, and we would see more of the clones kind of struggling with the morality of following the Empire and turning off. So I thought that's where we were headed, and I went no across the board. But you can see Darth Elvis right here with a yes. Most people went yes here. The no's get a point, and by far, look at all the yeses. I think most people, we only had 2 people get a point. It was Levi and myself. Santa gets a point back there that's going to help me out a bit. Same here with Vice Admiral Rampart. Now, we do have a nice mix of folks here that were kind of mixed when we get Rampart. And look at all those yeses. Look at all those yeses. You guys are helping Santa out. The Wall of Fame this week is going to be a bit shorter, I think, than we had last week because these questions here are gonna make up for me being wrong about it being on Camino and the clone uprising. So Tarkin as well. No Tarkin, and most people thought no Tarkin or Vader. And I know Sheiv the Wise. Sheiv is a big Vader's going to be coming in. He's fanboying on that just a bit. But Sheiv also went with no. All right, so the Elite Squad and the Bad Batch would battle against each other. Anytime you get Crosshair in an episode, you have the possibility of getting these to combat one another. And so a lot of times if you go with, where Crosshair is going to be in an episode, that idea of having them battle against each other might show up. But you also have, would they actually be in combat, or might there be a pursuit? Might it just be Crosshair alone? So that's not always the case. Hey, Iman, Rich Swaglord. Hello there. Good morning. Good to see you. I'm loving Sid's quick names for the Bad Batch. Tiny, Goggles, Muscles, Bandana. I love them too. She is great. And Rhea Perlman, that does the voice for her, is absolutely fantastic. The writing for the show is really good. Coop says, we'll see the Deveronian again in this series. Oh, there you go, Coop. You can put that in your bonus question. So the Elite Squad, the Bad Batch, no, that they didn't. And you see, we're about half and half here on people who thought that that might happen. JediGeneral missed the question. Oh, no. No point. No point for you. Oh, let's see. Let's see. How are we doing here? All right. Oh, Beymax, no point for you. Omega uses her energy bow in this episode. Dadgummit. You know, she just doesn't get to use that enough. Hey, good morning, Trinity. How are you, sir? Omega did not get to use it, so no's get a point here. Elvis gets a point back on Santa. This is not good. I don't know why she doesn't. Wait a minute. She did use it. Wait. I've got back up, Santa. You're too close here. She did use her energy bow. So yeses get the point. She absolutely did use it, Coop. I wasn't remembering, but I absolutely remember now. She pulled it, she shot there, and so not only did she draw it, she did use it. So yeses get a point. Yay! I feel better already. I think our wall of fame is going to be shorter this week. Well, I look forward to Meg playing next week. I can't wait. I know everybody now will be gunning for Meg instead of gunning for Santa. That's the other risk there, Meg, is that people are going to, brag that, hey, I did better than Meg on my predictions. you got that risk as well. But it's so much fun. We have so much fun doing this. Sid is in the episode. Again, I was away from Ord Mantell and the whole thing. I thought we were going to see the clone uprising. So in this case, the yeses get a point. And so that's unfortunate. Yeses get a point. Yes. Here we go. Yes. There we go. The Bad Batch needs a wise guy. Say, be like, hey, wise guy, cut the right. That's good. That's good. The Bad Batch take on a job from Sid. I had no. In fact, they were coming back from a job with Sid. You guys help me out on this one. This one's a little bit harder. They were coming back from a job with Sid. They weren't taking on a job from Sid. But the whole deal about getting this spice away from the other guy and giving it to Sid and to get the pikes off, does that qualify as a job? Was that a job from Sid? Kind of feels like it to me. Yeah, they took on a job to steal spice. It feels like that was a job, although it wasn't the typical kind of way. Absolutely a job. You guys are going, yes, it's a job. It's a job. Okay, I will go with that. Yes, they took on a job from Sid. Yeses get a point here. Yeses get a point. Let's go on down. There we go. Yeses get a point. Meg, wasn't a job. They were unpaid interns. Oh, that's another good line. Good line from Meg. The unpaid interns. But unpaid interns would still call that a job, right? So we'll go back here. Cad Bane in the episode. We have some of these on here. As far as our previous kind of cameos, the people that we had seen before. We've got Cad Bane, Fennec Shand, Boba Fett, and Rex. The next 4 questions, you guys can't see Rex, it's just off the screen there. No's across the board here get the point. So we'll do all 4 of those, even though you can't see. Well, we'll do 3. That way you guys can all see it. No appearances from any of our folks that were in here before. And again, you see, from time to time, people are like, yep, I think we might get them in. I think that's just kind of taking a guess and hoping to get a point. But that's a risky way to play the predictions games. That's my friends, when you play the predictions game risky, it sometimes can come back to hurt you. And Santa took a little bit of a hit before with going with this being on Camino. But also sometimes you gotta go with the odds, and it feels like we are not set up to bring in the bounty hunters yet. I do think we'll see the bounty hunters again at some point, but just not yet. Typical no contract labor exploitation. Santa gets accused of that all the time. The people are always harassing Santa about those elves. Santa, how much are you paying those elves? Do they get benefits? What kind of health insurance do you offer your elves? People are asking Santa these questions all the time, and it's none of your business. It's none of your business what the elves get paid. You just stay out of it. Rex is in the episode. I did think that he might show up as far as what we had going on with the clone uprising. And Mark, we don't even get allowed inside the worm cabin. Yeah, the elves. So elves with benefits coming this Christmas. Now, Meg, when you put it that way, it has a whole different connotation. Rex is in the episode. No, he was not in the episode. Nose get a point. Nose get a point here. Oops. That's it. Let's undo that one. This is going to be interesting as we get in here. And Meg, you're going to see how people fill in these, fill in the blank questions, because some of them, like, we already see, you already figure out how this goes. We'll see a hut in the episode. Now, we have had so many, even with the Pikes coming in this episode. Earlier, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, somebody mentioned the huts. Might we see the huts as we get involved in the crime syndicates? We've got this crime underworld kind of coming in. I didn't predict the Pikes coming in, so that was a surprise for sure. It wouldn't have been surprised to see the huts, but you see everybody voted no. It might have been a really good question in here to put crime syndicate, a crime syndicate family, and then put in parentheses Pikes, huts, Crimson Dawn, that kind of stuff. That might have been fun to put in there, but that didn't happen. Mark, elves with benefits, t-shirts. Meg, look what you've done. Look what you've done. Hey, jumpinjamie, good to see you. Hut in the episode. Nose get a point. Here you go. Nose, everybody gets a point. You get a point. You get a point. And you get a point. Everybody gets a point. No huts. I do think I'll change this going forward to be a crime syndicate family. That would fit better, being that we saw the Pikes here. Although this might not be a good question to have going forward with knowing where the next episode is on, the operation that's going to be moving back to the I think what people think is the primary story arc. So. Captain Hauser in the episode, he was taken to jail, and I saw a good video on it. Where did they take clones who are captured or not captured, arrested? Where do they go? And there's a couple places they're taken to, and neither one allow much opportunity. And I can't remember if Theory did it or Alex at Star Wars Explained did it. One of those two guys did a video on where they take these folks. Yeah, well, I know, Mark. War Mantle. I've already said War Mantle like 10 times, but this time the caffeine wasn't there. So Captain Hauser in the episode. Nope. I don't think we'll see him again at all. To be honest, I just don't think we're going to see him. So let's see. These are easier as I scroll down. Nose get a point. There we go. Oh, look. Mark, you're getting killed. This is not a good week for Beymax. Now I know why you were so grumpy after watching the episode. You were thinking about your predictions, right? You were thinking, I'm getting killed this week. Ducky's going to gain points on me. It's going to be harder to catch him. And you're salty because Ducky is probably beating you on the predictions. I get it. It's not the episode. It's your score on the predictions game. Bo-Katan. So there was a rumor that came out, and I think Meg covered this as well, that Bo-Katan was going to make an appearance this season. We're down to the last 3 episodes now, and if she's going to show up, the probability in each episode gets higher. And so I put this question on this week because Meg has covered it and others have put it in their content that there's a prediction Bo-Katan would be here. So no Bo-Katan. Where was the... I thought Oh, I skipped a question. Number 15, the Bad Batch. Here it is. I got to go back. The Bad Batch fight or escape from a monster or creature. This was our Critters of the Week kind of episode. So, Ducky, Santa thought the infestation would be a clone uprising on Kamino. Yes. No Hauser, Rampart, or Crosshair. I smell some coal. No. Clone uprising, it can happen with just unnamed clones, not the guys that we know, and with the Bad Batch. So, but the creature of the week. So this is the fourth option we had for Infested, and so our folks that went with the critters of the week get a point here. So yeses get a point. I almost skipped over the question. So Levi Bond gets a point. Trev gets a point. Some of our regulars here get a point because they went with the critter of the week, and this absolutely happened. So points. Abby gets a point. Look, Abby, you were worried about your score on. Look there, Mark. This is why Mark's salty right here, right? Ducky got a point on the critters of the week, and you want to guess what Mark got? Anybody want to guess what Mark said down here? Oh, you said yes. How did you say yes? How did you say yes to that, Mark? Oh my goodness. So all right, now we can go back forward. Bo-Katan being in the episode again. No is the answer. And hey, we've got a new channel member, Mando Mike. Welcome to the Blizzard Battalion. Welcome to the Snow Troopers. Appreciate your support. Thank you so much for joining the channel. And that makes you eligible for our giveaways. We'll talk about the giveaways here in just a moment. But that makes you absolutely eligible to win one of our giveaways. Bo-Katan's in the episode. No. Again, we thought that could happen. I think this is 100% down the line on no's. It would have been a surprise, but there have been these rumors out there that Bo-Katan was going to make it in. Darth Elvis, Darth Elvis listens to Meg too much. And that would have been a curious question for Meg. Had she done the predictions, because there's those rumors out there that Bo-Katan is going to be in. So a Jedi or Padawan is in. This is kind of covering all of our bases, bringing back Caleb Dune, perhaps seeing Ahsoka appear, which I seriously doubt, or any other Force user. So this is just kind of covering all the bases there. And Trev went for it. He went for the point. No point for Trev. No's get a point here. Yes is no point. So we'll do this all the way down the line. No's. Everybody but Trev gets a point. Trev, what? Again, went for it. He didn't get it. So here you go. Here's for everybody who's new to the game. Here's the bonus point. And what we do is we go down and people put in their predictions. It's a fill in the blank. You get to write whatever you want, and you could get a point. And now I say you write whatever you want within reason. So Meg was being funny earlier and saying, I think Bad Batch will be in the title. You're not allowed to use the title or the show name in your predictions. But we don't really have any conditions on this. So you will see that a lot of people go for this point, for an easy point, and then other people go for just the entertainment value alone. And we get some fantastic entertainment points here. Now this is like the second week in a row I went with the Bad Batch user blasters. Last week I got nailed on this because they didn't use them. This week we could get a bonus point. Santa gets a bonus point for they use their blasters. Oh, wait a minute. Santa messed up. I messed up because I said they use their blasters to kill or stun or shoot at. And then this is where you can get yourself in trouble. You put too many specifics in there, and they'll put it to shoot at Imperials or stormtroopers. And son of a gun, I had a point and then I let it go. I let it go. It's gone. Darth Elvis, the inhibitor chips get some form of virus or defect. Elvis, I think this is the first person I've heard say that they get a virus that takes them out. That's a really neat idea, but no point for you. Meg, wait, Mega will say something, isn't it great? I feel robbed. Oh, that's funny. And Mando Mike, thank you so much. JediGeneral raises a good point. Last 3 episodes, Bo-Katan, Boba Fett, Ahsoka, all rescue Grogu from the Jedi Temple. That's kind of throwing together a bunch of rumors. We've had rumors that Bo-Katan was going to show up. We've got rumors of and not rumors. These are completely speculation. I think Boba Fett showing up, he's been name dropped, he's been hinted at, like he's an obvious choice to show up. But he hasn't yet, and we think that he will. So, and here we go. SF goes with, we see Mephisto. I saw where Mark thought he felt bonered, but Mephisto, no Mephisto. JediGeneral, Crosshair goes after the Bad Batch. See, JediGeneral went for an obvious point. No point for you, Jamie. Sheiv the Wise. Stormtroopers, regular people infest the clone Imperial army. No point for Sheiv. Omega gets captured. Colby-Wan Kenobi. Omega gets captured. You guys are going to have to help me out here in grading this one, because Omega was held hostage as ransom, but Omega was not taken captive. Santa wants to say no point. If you guys think that Colby-Wan should get a point, let me know. I'll watch the chat and I'll go on down. We're going through Miknay, Wrecker Rex. Now, see, this is a a way to get a point, because many weeks you don't get a point because you think that Wrecker's going to wreck and he doesn't. So I will give the point this time. Here's where Levi went with the episode shorter than last week's. No point for Levi. Coop. So, Coop, you had the same prediction that Meg did, that we'll see Geonosian brainworms. Meg put in very early, just as we were starting the rewatch, that she thought maybe we would get the brainworms, but instead she would be a little bit cheeky, but it was a lot of fun. Geonosian brainworms, no. Okay, so I see Mark, Ducky, and Dale all say you think it counts. So we'll give Colby-Wan Kenobi a point. We'll give him a point there. Geonosian brainworms, no. And Trev, here, see, so Trev right here getting the easy bonus point. Helmetless Hunter. Yep. Trev gets a point. People leaving points on the board. You got to put something in there. Dan and Tap. Gonk makes an appearance. Oh, good guess. No point for you. RF Gaming. Hunter tells Omega no. Did that happen? I don't think so. I don't think that Hunter told Omega no. Star Wars Tonight. I think we'll see Bad Batch, I reckon. Now, see, here's where Star Wars Tonight's taking a cue, or Star Wars Meg went right down this path really quick. I reckon we'll see the Bad Batch. I suppose we didn't put constraints on. We'll have to give him the point. DarthJarJar, it's a hard one. Well, we see something along the lines of the Clone Wars episode where the brainworms. See, brainworms are on people's minds. No point for you. Someone gets killed or almost killed. Okay, JediGeneral, we'll give you a point there. R1, Skywalker, no. So R1, is that Roan? Is that how you're trying to do that? When you put them together? Meg, that is the prediction I approve of. Brent, Age of Grogu, the Bad Batch will end up on the run from Crosshair. Oh, good guess. It didn't happen. No point for you. Jedi Jive, Kamino won't be overtaken, but other clones like Hauser will start to defect. That's where I was going, Jedi Jive. That's where my brain was. Didn't happen. No point for you. Abby gets honorable mention of the week right here. Omega gives Santa a birthday shout out. Happy birthday, Santa. We did not get Omega giving a shout out to Santa, but Abby gets a shout out. Honorable mention for the Santa reference. I appreciate that, Abby. Green Bear going hard here. Really bold prediction. Crosshair dies. I do think it's in the cards for Crosshair to sacrifice himself, and he's not going to make it out of this alive. But it didn't happen this episode. For Cuscuela Lopez, we see some hints at Crosshair turn redemption, future chip removal. Good guess. No point for you. Abby, my birthday gift to you is a point. You know you did. You gave up a point just for the Santa call out. Thank you, Abby. That was very kind. A Magic Maker. Here you go. A Magic Maker going for the bonus point. Tech will say something technical. This is, again, a really good example of how to play the game. If you want the point, this is how you do it. Tech will say something technical. Point for you. Magic Maker gets a point. And look, Ducky taking advantage of it. 0 lightsaber kills. That's a point. And the first lightsaber reference in a bonus point question. Well done, sir. Well done. Something will now look here, Skywalker's Academy. This is a bold prediction, and you nailed it. This was really on the edge. Here he went very specific, and it was really good. Something bad will happen with Sid. Anything from betrayal to Sid dying. That's a point. And Meg says, what's the craziest prediction someone got right? That might be it right there, Meg. Skywalker's Academy, going with something bad. Well, look how specific this is. Skywalker's Academy, do you have insider knowledge? Are you holding back from us? Do we need to have a chat? I think that some of us want to know if for you to be able to pick out something like this and get a bonus point like that. As my daughter likes to say, this seems a little sketchy. Seems a little sketch. Maybe we need to have a chat. Oh, that's good. Mastimus Prime, no point there. Malice, we'll see Hunter's beautiful flowing hair once again. There's a point. That's a good way to get a point. Vader's Lair, Sid betrays the Bad Batch. And he goes, I swear, this is legal. I will make it legal. Opposite Vader's Lair, you went for it. You thought you were safe. No point for you. And Mark saying, yeah, I'm getting way too much enjoyment for saying no point for you. That's because Santa's not wanting to get beat that bad. So let's see. Abby, Hunter's hair is my favorite character. Ducky, a Magic Maker, predicted the Bad Batch were not in the first Ryloth episode. He almost got it right. You know, that's true. A Magic Maker said that the Bad Batch wasn't going to be in an episode, and we were doing our live stream together. He says he had a bold prediction to make during the live stream. And he said, I make a prediction the Bad Batch won't be in this episode. And they barely were. They made a cameo that week. It was the week before Rescue on Ryloth, and it was very close that they weren't in there. So that was a bold prediction. Didn't happen. Let's see what we got. Vader's Lair. Vader's Lair, no point for you. Mando Mike, the Bad Batch starship will be damaged. Again, went with the Havoc Marauder getting damaged. That happened early in the season, but it hasn't since. No point for you. Look, Sith Nerd, going right here. Hunter will talk to Omega. Going for the point. I believe that did happen. And Beymax, Here going for the easy point. The Bad Batch will travel in the Havoc Marauder. You get a point. So here we go, folks. To get on the Wall of Fame, all you have to do is beat Santa. And you can see Santa got 14 points up here at the top. 14 to tie or beat Santa puts you on the Wall of Fame for the week. We got a much shorter Wall of Fame this week. I can already tell. Let's see, Wall of Fame here. We'll highlight Mastimus Prime at 15. Ducky Momo, 15. He gains a point. You know what? If that officially puts Ducky in first place on the season. Good job, Ducky. I can't even complain too much after all the generosity you showed us yesterday. Yeah, Mark, oh dear, here we go. Wall of Fame, you're shorter than I expected. That's really good. So here's Mark with 13, Beymax 13, and we get Ducky with 15. Ducky gained 2 points on you this week, Mark. That's not good. 14 is tie or beat. It's me, Keegs, gets a point. Keegs gets a point. Let's see. Or goes on the Wall of Fame. Who else goes on the Wall of Fame? DarthJarJar on the Wall of Fame, and I love the name. DarthJarJar. Star Wars Tonight. You might be, you and Cuscuela Lopez at 17 might be at the very top of the list. 14 is Wall of Fame. RF Gaming Channel. Congratulations, my friend. You made the Wall of Fame. Let's see. Coop. Coop made the Wall of Fame. Congratulations, Coop. Good job, buddy. Nice. Levi Bond was 17. Oh, he'll be strutting that around. Good job, Levi. A good thing you didn't get that bonus point. Let's see. Miknay with 15. He goes on the Wall of Fame. Colby-Wan Kenobi. All in the Wall of Fame there was 17. Look at that. 17 is an impressive score, you guys. Jumpinjamie with 14. Barely made it. Good job, Jamie. SF made it with 16, and we're almost, I think that's it. That's it. So we do have a good number of folks on the Wall of Fame this week, a bit shorter than last week's total. And after the show, I will go ahead and tally these up so that we can see how we're doing on the season. I already can tell you that Ducky is going to be in the lead for the season. And Mark has lost a couple points on him. And just for the record, we always have to look to see a Magic Maker is the bottom line. Anybody, yeah, importantly, what did a Magic Maker get? A Magic Maker got 11. So if you're below 11, you go on the Wall of Shame. The Wall of Shame is anybody below 11. Let's see. Scrappy goes on the Wall of Shame. We have one. Anybody else? Paqui. Oh, no. Paqui also, Wall of Shame. So sorry. And Darth Elvis. Darth Elvis on the Wall of Shame. Elvis, how did you do that, buddy? That's not good. That's not good. Where's the Wall of Pain? Is it safe? Is it all right? That's a good point. We haven't defined the Wall of shame, the Wall of Pain. Dale, everyone rate my bold prediction and average the numbers for how many it counts for. No, Dale. No, we're not going to do that. This has been a ton of fun, guys. Going through the predictions, ranking them, rating them, scoring them is some of the most fun that I have every Friday morning after the episode, going through to see how folks do. We will make sure, Darth Elvis has left the building. You wait till we see Greg later. He's because many of you may or may not know that Mark and Zuvium and Greg are friends, and they play D&D together. I think D&D. I think that all three are in your D&D group, right, Mark? All three of you play, and so Greg's going to take a beating this week. It's not going to be good. I feel sorry for you. He's just recovering from the COVID, and now he's going to take another beating. Maybe we give Greg a little bit of generosity because he is recovering from COVID. So is that worth not harassing him over being on the wall of shame? I don't know. Mark and Zuvium will have to answer that question for us. So, you guys, look, I've had a ton of fun with this. I did mention our giveaways. If you are a channel member, you've subscribed to the channel, you are automatically entered into at least one of our giveaways. We have giveaways at the at the Blizzard Battalion level. Those we will do a monthly, hopefully a monthly at least, giveaway of a vintage collection figure. Those 3 3/4 inch figures, like our good friend Din Djarin here, right? This scale here, Din Djarin, 3 3/4 figures. And if you are at the snowpack level, you're eligible for that giveaway as well as a Black Series figure weight. So these are the 6-inch figures, and we've got Jar Jar here as an example of that. And then our Elite Squad members, we will be, as funds allow, we'll be getting ourselves like a hot toy, one of those premier figures, a custom, maybe a lightsaber, those kind of things, and you're entered into the vintage collection giveaway, the Black Series giveaway, and perhaps even a hot toy. That would be fantastic. So there's that, but we're going to have a giveaway on Monday. Monday we're going to do a giveaway, and we're going to give away Boba Fett's Slave 1 right here. This vintage collection Slave 1 that we reviewed on the channel earlier in the stand. This is going to be in our giveaway for Monday. Any of our channel members, if you're one of our channel members, one of our supporters, you'll be entered to win this Slave 1, as well as our pilot. Of course, you got to have, with Boba Fett's Slave 1, you got to have Boba Fett. And there's Boba Fett right there. You can get this vintage collection Boba Fett figure along with the Slave 1, and that will be, we'll do the drawing for that on Monday. This coming Monday, we'll do the drawing for this. And then we did have a previous giveaway of that Jar Jar Binks figure. So this Black Series Jar Jar Binks will be given away to one of our supporters who were in that drawing. So that drawing's already done. I saw Meg said, Mark said Meg could be in the mix to win the Jar Jar. No, but she could be in the mix to win the Slave 1. The Jar Jar, we already have our eligible participants. We will draw another name. Our first winner did not claim the prize. It's been it's been several weeks, and they did not claim the prize. I reached out to them in several ways, no response. So we'll draw again for Jar Jar, and we'll give that away. And then we will do, we'll also do this Slave 1. So any of our channel members, any of our supporters, you will be automatically eligible to win that Slave 1. So at any of those levels, at the Blizzard Beach, the Elite Squad, or the Meg, I would love to win the Unpaid Intern 1. Well, Meg, as soon as we get that and we review it, we will be happy to enter you into the drawing for the Unpaid Intern 1 vessel. That would be great. But honestly, anybody at any of the levels, the Snowpack, the Elite level, our Blizzard Battalion level, we will do that giveaway, or we're planning to do that on Monday. We've had some very generous donations yesterday during our big event, our live stream event for Santa's birthday. We had some very, very generous donations, and you guys have been tremendous in supporting me, supporting this channel, and we want to reward that by giving away prizes as often as possible. So we appreciate that. We appreciate the support, and we are well on our way to getting our first hot toy ordered, and so that we can do a review and give that to one of our Elite Squad members. So I've had fun this morning. The episode, not my favorite. It's one of the lower ranked. It's, in fact, I have it rated the lowest for the season, but I'm not upset. I'm not salty about it. It did follow the procedural kind of format. Our space A team, if you will, I think it did a really good job. So from that perspective, it followed the format well. The animation is still stunning. The score was still quite good. Again, the score not at the top level. We've had some of these scores that were just unbelievable. Not at that level. It was still a good score, but the animation, the storytelling, all of that fit the format extremely well. Did it build on the universe, the characters much? No, not really. It's the most filler-ish kind of episode that we've had to date, and I've got to put it lower because of that. We didn't even see a lot of character development. We saw a little bit there with Omega, but not I think very much. So that makes it lower from me. So look, I've had a great time. There's some big news coming. Big news coming today. We're expecting it. LRM Online has hinted it already. We've had some of our High Republic folks, Charles Soule specifically, has been tweeting about something big coming today. We know that there is a Comic-Con online kind of thing happening today. And we're supposed to get a panel of High Republic folks. And from that is probably where this announcement's going to come from, where the news is going to come from. So stay tuned. And again, I encourage you, if you haven't already, you should be subscribed and get notifications. Have that notifications for all with Star Wars Meg. She covers these things extremely well, and expect to see that come out from her. That's what Santa does. Santa subscribes. I get notifications from Star Wars Meg so that I know right away when something drops like this, and that coverage is fantastic. So you guys do what Santa does. Subscribe, get notifications from Star Wars Meg so that you can too get that coverage when it comes out. And so there you go, Meg. The responsibility that you have to notify this community is quite heavy. We depend on you. We rely on you. Don't let us down. Star Wars Tonight. When does the Rising Storm start getting very interesting? On page 22. Well, it's after page 22. Star Wars Tonight. Rising Storm actually gets very good. Several points. There is a really big critical event that happens early in the book. First, I would say, maybe a third of the way in, and then after that, then it really starts picking up, and it builds all the way through the end. It's a really good, and then it ends with a really huge event that is impactful, and most of us have been trying to hold back on revealing what that is. I did reveal it on our Discord. So on Friday afternoons, 3:30 p.m. this afternoon, we'll be on the Discord live stage. We'll talk about things. And this week, the book that I finished was Race to Crash Point Tower. I'll give you a summary of that, and we'll talk about this episode. We'll talk about implications, maybe what might be coming up, as well as the big news that comes out today. We'll watch for that as well. So if you haven't already, come join our Discord. It's in the description here. I intended, maybe I did. Did I? No, I didn't. I intended to pin it in the chat, but I did not. But come join the Discord live stage. And Star Wars Tonight has invited me to come on his channel sometime. I think today. You'll have to let me know, or maybe next week. I'm supposed to go on with Star Wars Tonight and talk about the Bad Batch. So watch for that notification. We'll put it out as well. So that's the plans for today, my friends. It's a busy day, and I hope that you all have a wonderful day, a fantastic afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you may be. And thanks so much for hanging out with us here. I've had a ton of fun. There's Mark with the Discord link. I'll go ahead and pin that there. you guys come join the Discord, and we can continue the discussion over there. And if you have suggestions for next week's predictions, we can put those in the hopper. I'll be working on that over the weekend. Have a great day. I've had a fun day today. This morning, I'm going to go fix this bedhead issue that was pointed out. It's not good. Santa's bedhead is not good, so I'll go take care of that, and we'll talk to you all later. Until next time, my friends, Merry Christmas, and may the Force be with you. Take care. Bye-bye.